Oh, he is flushed. I hope he washes. I hope he washes. We'll have to ask. You couldn't have had time to wash. Turn around, wash.
Do you want?
Was that an enjoyable way to start your Christmas Eve?
You mean tonight?
What?
Yeah. Don't want me to hear a story about urination? Do you? The pizza's here.
Oh, is it?
Let me tell you a story about urination.
Wait.
It takes a minute.
I must urinate first.
Okay, and then we'll talk about it.
All right.
Dave and Andy, my neighbor Dave, and my neighbor Andy and Brent. Do you remember them?
No.
Well,
It doesn't matter.
well, the four of us used to get there and have sleepovers, and Andy, they're both my neighbors, Andy and Brent. Andy peed in Brent's underwear drawer. And he was in his room when Brent was out of the room, and then he peed in his those candles that are made. Those candles that are made of. I mean, they have water. They usually have water in them and stuff. Well, there was no water in it, but there was still a candle. He peed in that too in Brent's room and didn't tell him about it.
I think I've heard this story.
Did you?
I think.
Well, did I tell you? Okay, well, let me start out just to describe. Well, this guy, when we were about 12, he got into the closet and was dressing in the guy's mother's clothes, and he found a.
Who was this?
Andy. The same guy who peed in the underwear drawer.
Andy was dressing in his mother's clothes or Brent's mother's clothes?
Someone else's mother's clothes.
Dave's mother's clothes.
Yeah, Dave's mother's clothes.
Okay.
And, he came out. Well, first he came out. He was naked except for the strip of fur about this long. He tied it around himself with a rope. And I mean, it was like he wasn't naked anyway. He did that, and then he came out. You've already heard the story. He came out wearing a dress, and he was dancing around, and he wrestled with me, and he like pinned me down and sat on my head, and I put all my weight in my head, so I could not. I tried to get up, but I couldn't. But he had all his weight on, and he farted. So he farted on my head, and I felt it, and I felt it. Well, I felt it. So I told you about that.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's true. And anyway, and then he when we had snowball battles, he'd pee in the snow and throw snowballs. And then one time when Brent was down, we were sledding, and Brent was on a cliff, and Andy climbed. Brent was standing on about a 20-foot cliff, and Andy climbed on top and peed on his head.
Andy was a foul boy.
Yeah, and then when he was at camp, he was about 12. He took off. He got completely naked, and it was mostly old people at this camp. And he stood out the door of his cabin and danced around, jumped up and down naked, while there were old ladies walking by. Anyway, and then Andy, in our lockers in our high school have holes about this big, and Andy peed in a guy's locker in the morning before everyone came in because his mom works there and he gets in there early, and
And what is Andy doing now?
He went. I think he said he's going to go to welding school and be a welder. But he stopped being friends with us. He stopped hanging around us for like all of a sudden, pretty much. And I have one more story for you. Do you want to hear it?
Sure.
There's this guy a year older than me, and the same guy Dave, who I was talking about. He did this. This guy name was Brett. Or I'll call him Brett. I think it was his name, maybe something close to it. And he went outside during lunch and he lit a garbage can on fire. And the principal said, if anyone knows about who did this, let him know. So Dave wrote a letter to the principal from someone else, another guy, signed another guy. And the principal called the guy who lit the garbage can on fire in and showed him the letter. So another guy thought he knew who told on him, and he dropped lit matches in the guy's locker through the hole I was talking about. So he
and this was after Andy had pissed in it, and so the flame ignited the piss.
And they also used that hole one time that Dave put little baby mice in a jar and stuck it up to the hole, and the mice crawled into the locker, and he fed them cheese and stuff, and he kept them in there over Christmas vacation. Another guy's locker, and they shredded the paper. But the guy who did the fire, he lit the garbage can on fire, and then when he got in trouble for that, he tried to light the guy's locker on fire who thought got him in trouble.
Okay. Scott, Scott, come. Come. It's cold out here. I'm going back inside.
Hey, Beavis. What is it?
Guys, stop it. Please don't.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, they're outside.
Please just erase that. It pisses me off.
Oh, no.
What?
Did you guys have lunch?
I did.
Did you guys? Anyone hungry before we eat? Hey.
Well, you're awake now, so it doesn't matter. You can smile.
I still don't like to be filmed or photographed or having my picture taken.
Well,
It steals my soul.
okay. Well, that was rude.
Does that even close it up?
It doesn't turn it off.
Whoa, it's that machine again.
Yep.
My favorite coat now is this Minnesota's equivalent of the Department of Environmental Resources jacket.
Great.
Adjustable, long,
Bought a matching skirt with
double
it.
flap. Love it.
What?
And a happy new year.
New Year. What do you think of him, Nicole? Well, that goofy-looking guy standing there.
You
Actually,
can wear
what's-
that on the walk.
What's the picture next to that? That's a new one.
Who, the young boy?
With you and you and
this
Scott,
one?
and that's a good picture. I like
Yeah,
that.
isn't it? It's and that's PJ.
Oh, I didn't even see the kid hanging up.
You didn't see it?
Oh, it's real hard not to notice it.
Well, but I'm looking through the viewfinder.
You see this one?
I remember that one. And that's the
Remember
guy
this
who
one?
used to go to the Green Dragon. Remember the Santa Claus?
This
He went
one?
to the Green Dragon to sell trains or something.
Did you remember him, or were you talking to him about
Well,
it?
when we were talking to him, we asked him about it or something.
Yeah, I'd like to say hello and Merry Christmas, 1994. That's
There you
all I
go.
want to say.
And Donna,
Hi.
right into the sun. I don't
Yeah.
know if that'll work. It's Christmas.
No, even if you don't like
Scott's opening his present.
it, your face better
It's
be
on. It's on. This thing's on.
The fire, oh no, Doug, you have to get a picture of the tree with the lights and the sunlight. It's really pretty.
Is it?
Yeah, come here. Let me take it.
Here,
The
you
lights
take
don't
it.
show up.
This is my thing.
There you go.
all at the same time.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Scott. Isn't that beautiful? That is just
This will be one
gorgeous.
of those like turn.
Wait, does it turn?
think that
That doesn't do anything, does it?
that'll just turn it sideways.
That's just gorgeous, isn't it? With the sunlight.
Oh, see what's
It's like 60 degrees outside.
I like it.
Did we win? Look what Scott got.
Yeah, I definitely like it.
Ooh.
Oh, beautiful.
Doesn't that look like Scott?
Thank you very much.
Crappy.
I like it.
There's his sweater for the month of March.
Todd? Cool.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Look at the joy in his face.
He likes it.
Oh,
What do you guys do with all these
to
old
die
tapes?
He
for.
likes it. Someday.
Oh, that's.
Tape over each
Someday we'll want to see
You
them.
have that
Oh, thank you.
Let
capability.
me see. That is really nice. That is gorgeous. That is just really nice.
Someday we'll go back and we'll look at this close-up of Janet
And say,
Tape over.
and we'll say, hey, we need to tape over this.
Just say she's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Looks like what I got this morning.
It's 101 donations for.
oh, that's
I don't know,
pretty.
Doug would enjoy that.
It's my best friend, Sarah,
Can I meet her?
in a frame.
Oh, there's your present.
Can I meet her?
Sure.
Okay.
And Molly's gotta help you with that gift too.
For some reason, Will very much liked the wrapping on that bone.
Go ahead,
The
Todd.
bone things is gone.
Stop that.
Stop doing that, Tom.
Thank you, Molly.
Well, we were gonna get one. We were down at Roots Market, and we have all those horse's ears or pig's ears or whatever.
She was trained as a bomb detector for, sniff
Oh, it
wrap
says
packages.
Tucson. You wanna open it now?
Go ahead and open it.
Ooh, sheep.
Are you sure it's yours?
She's just had a lot of good smells. She's not
Okay.
gonna fall for that old blue sweater thing. Actually, her feet probably smell similar. Dave, these two came up the
Sure you don't
hill.
wanna open it? Okay.
Dave,
That's
the
the
Doug
brightest
is backing
one
up
here
the
is.
hill.
Yeah, I heard. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
I got some too.
I'm wearing a pair now.
Well, good for you.
Gap
Well, that's
boxers?
good, Todd. We're glad to hear you've gone underwear.
And what was Scott's line? He needed a second pair?
Can we see him?
And that's what Molly's
Let's
supposed to help you on.
What?
The Pizza Hut things.
Oh, Pizza Hut.
Not the
They're
boxers.
nice. They're nice. Now the real thing.
You got this, didn't you?
No, we all did.
Oh, okay.
They just knew.
Well, they just knew that I ate there every day.
Here, Christy. You're in charge now. Go ahead, Nicole.
Did you bring videos from other years?
Oh, okay, fine.
Can you imagine as the videos go around the room? How-
No, that's the video from last year.
No.
Should I get it?
When I get home.
Hello?
Look at this box.
Well, the one they
No.
did,
That is a super.
oh, that box.
Cool.
What?
It's Katie.
Doug?
Katie.
Yeah, you were right on the second guess. How are you?
That's terrible.
Were you there when
How are you?
were you there when I said I wanted one?
Well, we got up here like an hour and a half ago.
That's disgusting.
No.
Is that the Tasmanian?
I love the
Why? Tampa isn't Christmassy enough? Oh.
Yeah, we should see Christie's
Well,
bar
we'll send
chart.
it to you.
That dog is so
I'm sure we'll get a
sensitive.
picture from
I wanted a pair of these.
Christy, get the dog.
Oh,
Sensitive dog.
Long suffering.
Well, we've got Scott, so.
Don't put the sweater on it.
Don't usually bury dogs.
That's Katie in the background.
Usually bury
Scott
them.
in there.
Oh, is it?
Dave's cooking. He's in the midst of cooking.
What does the E and the F mean?
Film.
Oh, is it over?
I guess it's
Is it done? Or is it just warning me?
running out. It'll stop when it's over.
Let's see. How do I get a close up?
Thank you.
How do I get a close up in here?
The buttons on the side.
She'll
These
be
things?
home
No,
after.
over. Do you see the buttons on the side in front of the first one?
Put my hand where it's supposed to go. Here?
Oh, they're at work.
The red button on the side?
They got to go in late.
You talking about?
Yeah, she's got it.
You'll never get
Dad.
That was Nicole and Christy. Nicole was my date at Tracy Moore's rehearsal dinner because it was down in where Rowan. Where was it? It was in James River Country Club.
They're going to the Outer Banks.
And look how beautiful Nicole is wearing.
Myself and my
Beautiful little dress.
I'm sitting there hanging out.
Oh, I forgot. Oh.
All right, so
Yay, we have a good one.
let's. Do we have a present for Doug there?
Doug.
We did.
I think so.
Oh, here I can open mine.
Oh, okay. All right, Christy has another one.
Oh, nice. Oh, I like this. I haven't had new perfume in a long time. Colors. Thank you. I love that card. Yeah. And with the lotion. Love this. Thank you.
There's a whole slew of ice here. in case we run out of whole ice. Well, just, oh, titties.
Yeah.
Do you like it? Do you like it?
What do you get?
Do I get to open mine?
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. Oh, well, I love this sweatshirt. Thank you. I love this sweatshirt. The
I
shirt.
can't open this while I'm grinning.
Yeah, no, I like it. It's good. Yeah. No, I've never been here.
What does that E mean?
One moment. Hey, Doug, you might hate that, but we can return it for something else if you don't like it.
Hey, it's Woodstock.
But I don't know if you like the people. Sorry, Doug was at me.
Thank you.
I don't, Doug was at me. Thing.
I like some of it.
I
I watched. Oh,
wasn't sure if you did or not.
Thank you.
We can get something different if you want.
don't apologize.
Scott, you're worse than Mom.
Particularly bad.
I'm trying to get better,
Yeah.
much, much better.
I'm sorry. I knew this was an awful selection.
Or we could just give it to somebody else.
Okay.
Well, you more club soda than seltzer. Is that right?
Well, Jeff feels like water, but